Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Hiya, David. How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. Tim, how are you?
Splendid. Absolutely splendid. Enjoying this lovely pre-solstice sunshine that we're getting.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely
It
loving it.
is.
It
It
was
is.
almost worth it raining for about 2 months straight, just so we could get some sun.
It was, wasn't it? Just to get the water supplies up nicely for the drought.
That's it. That's it. So Tim and I are catching up this morning to talk to you about the solstice, which I can't believe it is next Wednesday. It has flown by. And it feels like 5 minutes since it was the winter for us, or the
I
December
know. I
solstice.
know. Well, we've been talking about, or at least identifying what's happening with the ascension waves of energy. How, when we get a big burst of light come in, time speeds up. Then you get
Yeah.
the trough as we integrate, and that can feel quite slow, quite stodgy. And what I've seen occurring, and what we were talking about last time we spoke, was how these waves are actually being compacted together to the point where there is no trough in kind of linear sight sort of thing, and it's all go go go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what we're getting used to, really. And it has been difficult to navigate and integrate that level of energy coming in, and also the effect that it's having on people around us as well is quite spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wild world out there at the moment, isn't it?
It is a little bit like a new frontiers being formed, most definitely.
That's it. That's where holding our light and our staying in our hearts and everything is more important than ever.
Oh, it really is, and that segues very nicely into the messages that you and I have both received for this
Absolutely.
upcoming, the upcoming event, and you've got something to share this morning, David, which to me is a spectacular message, and very much like
Yeah.
to hear it.
Yeah. So I, if you haven't seen it already, I did share a video as well a week or two ago, a message that I received from the Seraphim about this solstice,
Mm.
and about basically how they are stepping forward for a mass wake up for everyone. But I
Yeah.
tuned in this morning before Tim and I sat down and just asked for a bit more guidance about the solstice, and this is the message that I received. I'd like to share with you now. There is a mass ascension to take place over the coming months, one that you, my most illumined souls, have paved the way for as you worked most tirelessly this last decade and beyond. This mass ascension will see us, the sons and daughters of the Great Father, step forward and link arms with all of those souls who are ready to accept us. And let us assure you, my dear one, that is a great many more than you think. We will form a bond with these individuals, and through this connection, we will trigger a mass fear release. For in your hearts, you are all made of pure light and love, that is the I am. But it is the fears that drove the children of Adam down the darkened path. And so we will show them another route. The illumined path will offer them the opportunity to see with the clarity and the innocence of a child, not yet weighed down by the experiences of the world as you have known it. And in this moment, we will see the truth of their hearts, and those of pure conscience will be set free. They will choose to stay amongst the higher realms, and in that moment, this beloved planet will be changed forever. But this is where we need you, my most beloved. You have always been the boots on the ground, as you say, and it will be through your conscious intent, your will, and your love that we are able to step through and connect on such a deep level. It will be with your assistance that we clear this great fear release. And for you, my most beloved, a new chapter will begin. One that will see you step into the role that you have so long trained for. And it will mark the end of a most challenging cycle and the beginning of something glorious. A phase that offers soul satisfaction at every level. And it is so that today I give thanks to you, my child. Your strength, your courage, your will, and most importantly, your love has shone so brightly that it has been a beacon to all of us who offer assistance from afar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are loved beyond words. Yours forever in humblest service, Ashtar of the Intergalactic Federation.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that, David.
Thank you, Ashtar, for sharing that. Every time I've read that a few times this morning now, and every time I do, the hairs on my arms go up.
Yeah, that's exactly the effect it had on me, and ties in. I'm not long in from out being recording my Friday update, and the alignment of the messages that we've both received are. It always happens, doesn't it? And then we go like, "Oh God, this is it's coming through a different soul in a different form, but the message is loud and clear. There is going to be a scenario that is being presented to all of us, which is going to give the opportunity for us to either work for our own personal fears, but it's also going to trigger a mass fear release and a mass wake up within the souls that are still kind of on the fence or in between. So that requires us to be in an utmost state of clarity, unity, heart-centeredness, and that's what this solstice is going to be all about.
Absolutely. And, as they say, this is something we've been training for so long now, to getting ready to step into our roles. And as you, Tim, the message that you got years ago about every single person's heart on this planet had already been activated at fifth dimensional level. Everyone has their heart open. So there are an unbelievable number of people that our window cleaners have just shown up.
Have you got the squeegee going?
Is that really loud? Can you hear that?
I can't hear that, no.
Okay, perfect. I'll just keep going then. And so it's with that heart opening that they are ready to take that step. But it's the fear that holds us back. It's the fear of lack of money that drives people to greed. It's the fear of losing whatever that makes them, act in selfish ways. Do you know what I mean? Fear is kind of the driving force between most of the base instincts that cause pretty much all of the problems with this planet. So I thought that was really interesting what you said about, they will allow us to take that fear away, to give us a clarity, so that we can see with our hearts, because our hearts will never steer us wrong. It's our brains that send us in loops and things like that. Our hearts always know the truth. And we are all made of unconditional love. That's the truth of we are. That's what our I am presence is. We are a reflection of our I am, of our highest self, and our highest self is pure love. And when we take that fear away, we can see clearly, and people will make a choice in that moment.
They will
step forward.
It's almost as if we are the earthly representations, and that's what we are ultimately. We are physical figures representing this much higher modality, and in this case we've been asked to act like it.
That's it.
Remember, walk your talk, be who we've come here to be, regardless of what we are being shown and whatever the triggers are that are being presented to us, because there will be triggers, there always are. To believe that we are going to sail through the next phase without being tested or challenged on the things that we are presenting ourselves as would be a little bit of an oversight. So here we go.
And that's it. And to clear these things easily as well, they often have to be brought to the surface. So we need, the people need to be triggered at the moment to bring it up ready for clearing.
That became very apparent in 2020. I was like, why are we being presented with these scenarios, these circumstances? Then it becomes so obvious, because we need the extremities of these scenarios to be visible in order for people to be triggered into that state of awakening. So the next phase is going to be a proper shake-up.
That's it. But this is what we've been training for all this time.
It is. And we are trained. Remember your training. That's the message, isn't it?
Just come back to this.
Absolutely.
That's it at all times, no matter what's happening. If you can come back to this. And everything's going to be all right. So what does this mean for the solstice then? I mean,
it means we're going to have an extra big party on solstice.
Exactly. And I think that this is going to be a celebration. And of course, Tim and I are presenting together on the night of the solstice. We're running a workshop together. And I think this is, for a large part, this is going to be a celebration, because this is what we've been waiting for so long. You know, even myself included at times have been like, how are we going to change this planet? How are we going to wake everyone up at such a level that we can really change this? Because sometimes it feels like we're going deeper and deeper. But this is what we've been waiting for all of this time. This is it. So this is a celebration. This is an amazing opportunity, and what an honor to be involved with it as well.
Yeah, honor of service is massive at the moment, and it just I got the answer from Archangel Michael last night. What the key to the whole situation is. It was so simple, it's ludicrous.
Yeah.
But when you're shown, when you're presented with all of these different scenarios that are kind of designed to eat away at you and challenge you and bring you into a state of you know, fear, anxiety, survival, reptilian brain, all of the other kind of aspects of it, and the one solution is love.
Yeah,
it's that simple. But saying it and doing it, two very different things.
That's it.
Well, saying
and that's
it,
actually where the fifth dimensional thymus. Sorry, I'm muddling on my words today. The fifth dimensional thymus chakra comes in, which, if you haven't seen it, I shared a video about sort of connecting with that on my Facebook and YouTube this week. But activating that, it brings down the conscious mind and unconditional love up from the heart, and activates, and it really brings you into that higher mind state, where you want to be, where you can be in a state of love, as opposed to the lower mind where all those fear and anxieties exist. The thymus is an unbelievably powerful tool that we've got there for doing that, and I don't know, myself included, is not something I don't think we've really utilised yet.
We've only just scratched the surface, mate. We're only just dipping our toes in that pond, and it's coming. So
yeah, that's it. So Tim and I are presenting for the Solstice, and we are going to be stepping forward to help the higher realms with this process. That's going to involve allowing these incredible beings to step through in unbelievable quantities, like they are. I mean, we're going to be talking at least one per soul on this planet, at least.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, that's
I like the numbers.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be talking angels, dragons, unicorns. All the ascended masters are going to be here. This is going to be a party on Earth as this goes down. It really is.
Excellent.
So we're going to be helping to open that up. And we believe that actually Ashtar said in that message that we were going to be responsible for helping clear the fear. So there's definitely going to be some work to do around that as well. So we'll see what form that takes. And I believe there's some blessings to be had on the table as well for each one of us.
Oh, I think so. I think it'd be safe to say bring a crystal.
Yeah.
Bring a crystal, because I mean, a crystal of any size, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be fancy, just something that you are attuned to, or that you use, and that they can anchor into.
Yeah.
So,
but if you haven't got one, don't worry.
Don't worry. No,
yeah.
It's you can utilize, say, a rock or a pebble from your garden just as effectively as you can a piece of quartz, as long as it has your conscious permission to act in that way. So
absolutely. So the solstice is always an amazing night, but I think this year is going to be extra special. I'm really excited about this. So if you feel like joining us, we will pop all the details for our workshop in the description below. It's always been a bit of a free-for-all, because we've hosted on Zoom in the past, and there's been a limit to the number of people that can join us live. But we're very excited this year. We are going to be presenting on YouTube, as we've been doing a little bit of recently, which means there is no limit to the amount of people that can actually join us live on the night. So, if you're available, fantastic. But if you're not, don't worry, there will be a recording available for it, which we'll be sharing as quickly as possible after the workshop.
Excellent. I'm excited.
I'm really excited. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. So thank you all so much. And we can't wait to see you. Whether you join us or not, we hope you have a beautiful solstice.
Lots of love from us both to you all, and we'll see you there. Bye for now.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.